As far as what's in store for next year, I just won't get ahead of myself. I'm very happy that we've had 3 so far. Would I love a build for next year? Sure, we'd love to do something else for Ford. We'll have to see what's out there next year and put in some more renderings like we have in the past. The concept with this car was actually funny. We sort of started, we built the Power Wheels last year as kind of a fun little Christmas thing that we gave away to the Ronald McDonald Foundation. And the colors on this car actually very closely mimic what we built for that car. We wanted something that was a drift-inspired design. I mean, drifting is huge right now. There's a lot more Mustangs doing it. So we wanted a car that kind of had that style, you know, wide wheels, an aggressive look. And we made it functional. I mean, it actually has a handbrake on it, and it is perfectly capable of being taken out and run at a drift event, which you do plan on doing in the future with the car.
I think this year, the paint is by far my favorite out of the SEMA cars that we've done. Just to have that ghosted American flag in it. Once we kind of nailed down the bronze color with this, it really came out well. My role with the SEMA car this year was to start with the rendering, get it approved by Ford, and then after it was approved, then we went to actually developing the car and working with vendors and trying to get the best pieces for the car.
I just love building unique cars. I've always had an interest in building specially designed cars and things to show off what the vehicle can do and show off our work and design.
This year was a little different. The stress is kind of at the same levels it's always been, maybe a little less because I kind of knew every aspect of the build this year, knew what I was getting into.
Bill had a big role of getting all the parts, figuring out where the parts are, and the struggles of, oh, we don't have this part yet, we're getting this part. And for me, just to, when Bill was out there, I had to install the part, figure out the situation if we had one, and just adapt through it, get it done.
But it really doesn't change. I mean, there's always time deadlines, there's always that last minute crunch. I'm going on about 4 hours of sleep right now because we were here late last night making sure the car was 100% ready to go for today.
I think at first you're going to notice the colors together. After that, definitely the hood. It's a unique touch with the cutout, and you can actually see the Supercharger in it.
We talked to Ford Performance, and they really wanted to push the Supercharger kit for the 2018 through 2019. And we know at SEMA the hoods are down, but we wanted to make sure that people could see the Supercharger. So the best thing to do was to basically open up the hood, cut a hole in it, put some plexiglass in there, and make the blower visible. You know, it's something Chevy did with the ZR1, and I gotta give credit to VMP. They did it a couple years ago with their SEMA build, and it just worked out great. I mean, the blower is front and center with the hood down. You can see it clear as day, and I think the hood just turned out amazing. It's probably one of my favorite design features of the car. But as far as the Ford builds, I mean, they've all been fun. They've all been great cars. This one I would say is my favorite. I mean, just like the other cars we build, it's functional. We're gonna take it, we're gonna drift it, we're gonna drive the wheels off the thing. We're actually gonna drive it home from Vegas once the show's over. But I love the car. I love the style of it. 700 horsepower thanks to that blower is a hell of a lot of fun, and it's got the brakes and everything else performance-wise to back it up. And the one thing with this SEMA build, like other ones, I mean, obviously Ford for trusting us to once again build a car for them and build something, like I said, that hopefully they're proud of, and I know that we're damn proud of this car. And then our vendors that helped out. I mean, we have a lot of vendors that helped on this car, some of which we don't even carry their parts yet, but they knew what we were doing, they knew who we are, and they were happy to get on board with this build, and said I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out.